That's right, we're back again with another action-packed edition of Sports Tonight. We'll reach you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's always a delight to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakwan, to our viewers in Benin, Abuja, Lagos, London, and of course you. I'm sure you're watching us online wherever you are in the world watching Sports Tonight. We want to bid you a warm welcome to this engaging edition of the show where we'll do everything possible to take a look at all that is going down in your exciting world of sports. On the menu tonight, we'll talk loads of football. Yes, Nigerians, and of course you love talking football. Action went down in the 2016 CHAN qualifiers. The EPL returned and Chelsea got back to winning ways. Yeah, Jose Mourinho taking off some of the pressure on his shoulder. And then Jurgen Klopp, first game in the English Premier League against Tottenham, not a bad one. They played out a goalless draw. So much to talk about. We will not ignore wheelchair basketball. Remember, we got talking about it right here on Channels TV Sports Center. I would let you know that Lagos and Delta emerged victorious in that competition. That is the 4th edition in the series. We'll talk about it tonight on the show. We'll also talk about, yes, you love talking about this one. We all love talking about it. The UEFA Champions League will be back. Never has Arsenal been in a situation that they found themselves. Can the Gunners bounce back when they take on Borussia Dortmund? Tough as it is, but let's see if Arsene Wenger and his team can do what a lot of football pundits have tagged almost impossible. Of course, you know, it's football where anything can happen. Let's quickly bring you into all of what we're doing tonight on the show before we, bring our analysts into all of what we're doing. On Twitter, we're Channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're Channels-sports. You have questions, comments, suggestions. You love talking sports, particularly football. We want you to be part of the show tonight. We will also be talking about the ongoing Under-17 FIFA World Cup. Yes, the good news is that Nigeria on top of the Group A table after defeating the United States of America by 2-0. I'll also talk women's football. What's up with women's football? Yes, the nominees for this year's Ballon d'Or has been released. We will talk about that one for the women tonight on the show. And I also mentioned wheelchair basketball. Also, just to let you know that all our updated and latest stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com, and on YouTube/channels web. You're on the go and you say, oh, I'm missing sports tonight. There's no time to watch it. No, you can watch Channels TV wherever you are in the world. Just do this. Go to m.channelstv.com and download the Channels TV app for your Android, your BlackBerry, your iOS, your Windows Phone, your iPad, whatever device you have. Just go to your App Store and then look for Channels Television, download the app, and be part of all the fun that we're doing here tonight on the show. Now let's talk sports. I told you at the start of the program that we'll also talk about wheelchair basketball in Nigeria. It's not doing so badly, 4th edition, and we got to speak to the president and the captain of the team when they came around. They seem to be enjoying all that is taking place with wheelchair basketball in Nigeria. I want to give special kudos to the sponsor, Victor Ochie, and everyone involved in developing wheelchair basketball in Nigeria. Before we listen to them, let's bring you our analysts tonight on the show. I love talking sports with these guys. Tony Koiki is back. Tony, good to have you on the show. And of course, Onyebuchi Nwachukwu is also back on the program.
Thanks for having me.
It was a busy weekend, but I want us to stay with wheelchair basketball. I like the progress we're seeing, and I think it's about time we consolidate on it.
I agree with you totally, Austin. And I was, extremely impressed. Excuse me, when I had Honorable Victor Ochie speak on this program in the morning sports this morning. We cannot say much about this gentleman. He used to be the Speaker of the Delta House of Assembly. When he left, he kept fit with this tournament, and he said so much, so instructive, and asking corporate bodies to even pick up one wheelchair basketballer and sponsor them. That could go a long way. Yeah. And it's already news that Lagos State emerged champions, and the reasons are very simple. They have the facilities. We saw the Lagos State government donate wheelchairs to these sportsmen and women, and you see, if you have the right environment, you don't have any reason not to excel. And want to commend Honorable Bukola Olopade too, for being a pathfinder. It's difficult,
It's been a selfless service.
When he took up this thing, I'm sure he will be, maybe his friends will be making jest of him that you are taking up an obscure sport. But look at what they have, done with wheelchair basketball. It's so enormous, and the future is so bright. We have a lot of players in Europe some are outside Europe, and they are doing so well.
Yeah.
So when you listen to them, you become so emotional that this country is blessed with a lot of talent, both able-bodied and disabled.
I'm telling you,
and we can't ask for more.
Yeah, that's what it is. Player coach Tokwe Ogunyemi plays in Australia. You only showed the other day, Tune Koiki, this sport is all about impact, and I think it's about time we give it more attention.
Well, it's very hard to add to everything that Onye Uchi and Chukwu said. Wheelchair basketball has changed the lives of a lot of people, and I know that firsthand. And I did say here a few weeks ago that there are some athletes who are wheelchair basketball athletes who are disabled, yet they are the breadwinners for an able-bodied family. And what Victor Oche at Bukola Lakwade and their team are doing is nothing short of extraordinary. We've, on the same platform, we've lampooned people who are in government and use state funds to fund football clubs, took them to African championships and everything. But when they left office, we never heard them go near a stadium again.
Yeah,
but someone like Victor Oche, despite leaving an exalted office, the Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, has continued to maintain his association with a sport people find would I say non-existent at a certain point. Bukola Lakwade, I mean, one thing you cannot fault Bukola Lakwade for is his sheer drive, enthusiasm, and boundless energy. When he took up this sport, a lot of people are wondering what does he want to achieve with this. But I can tell you as a matter of fact now that he has achieved a lot. And you said one thing about making impact with this kind of sports. Imagine what this can do for not only these athletes but their families. Sport has like this domino effect. It rubs off not only on the athlete but everyone around them, and this will continue to change their lives. Victor Oche has promised each of the athletes that qualify for the Rio Olympics, Paralympic Games, $3,000 each. He has also promised to ensure that corporate bodies play a major role in developing this tournament. He has also promised that come next year, he will ensure that they have at least one wheelchair basketball tournament in every quarter. That's 4 tournaments next year. I mean, it was really, really fantastic to watch. I was at the final myself. I can tell.
Fantastic game, very close fought game between Oyo State and Lagos State. And I can only hope that these gentlemen will receive the kind of support that they truly deserve.
That's it. My guys in the studio, they've done so much. Talk as regards the 4th edition of the wheelchair basketball championship. But let's listen to the sponsor, Victor Oche, and of course, the captain of Team Lagos is excited that his team won. So much to talk about on sports tonight when we return. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Stay.
To just look like a state thing, we should encourage the sport that more should be played. It shouldn't just be one competition. We should have several competitions, because the competitions exposes them, the players, and at the same time encourages other people to come join them. And this competition is just once in a year. If possible, I want to be able to see how we can get other competitions, 3 within the year, and the 4th one will be the grand one to crown it all to close the year. And that will be a great boost for the sports. I also foresee a situation where I believe we can create leagues. Now, leagues are not cheap because you need to sign the players on and have people who will sponsor them. Now, we need to have corporate bodies, appeal to corporate bodies to come do this, or even get the federal government or the tax agencies to see how we can mandate these companies out of write it off their taxes, but let corporate social responsibility be entrenched in the contents of in the laws of our local content, so that people who operate, whatever way you operate, be it in the oil industry, the banking or the corporate world, ensure that a percentage of whatever you earn goes into corporate social responsibility, and let special sports development be one of the ways by which that can be done. You see many companies or corporate bodies buy up players, form a league for them, and get them to begin to compete. This is a way of developing the sport. It may not be necessarily wheelchair, but there are other special sports, because these are disabled people who ordinarily are, I won't say disenfranchised, but cannot compete effectively with you. So why not give them an opportunity by creating an enabling law that will help them compete effectively with all the others? And that way, in doing that, if federal government takes its time to do this, you'll be shocked that you've been able to create funding, even without not at government expense, create funding to develop a special area that will bring honor to the country.
Always so much happy when I hear about this competition because I base in France. When I hear about this championship, I always feel more happy because I'm going to see some of my people, some physically challenged too. I was just trying to make them coming up to put more effort in this game, because like what I said in the RTV 8, I said very soon we want to remove all the beggars away from the road. I want all of them to start doing sport in Lagos State. We have a little bit short time to prepare for our championship, because now we are going on the 28th. Like me, I have to go back to France. I have to come from all over, but I believe with the camp that we are going to start from tomorrow, our guy is going to pick up the ticket with some other guys too.
Oh my God, I love it so much when I see special sports athletes show so much passion and love for the sports. Wheelchair basketball doing big things in Nigeria. You listen to Victor Oche, the sponsor of the championship. Of course, Team Lagos player Lukman Ibrahim speaking to us right there. Okay, let's take some update from the Nigeria Wheelchair Basketball Championship now. Tunde Koiki mentioned it. Let me just take it out that Victor Oche has promised that both the male and female team we get some good prizes. But then the team will resume camping, and the National Sports Commission has promised to give the federation free use of its facilities. Remember, they're getting ready for the 8th Nation qualifying game in Algeria. The federation and sponsor of the tournament, Victor Oche, has also promised to give each player $3,000 if they qualify for the 2016 Paralympics. Now that's enough motivation for these guys to go out and do big things. The team will depart for Rio Paralympics qualifiers in Algeria on October the 26th. It's an 8 nations qualifiers expected to begin on Wednesday, October the 20th in Algiers. So that's it. Team Nigeria looking for a ticket to the 2016 Paralympics games, and they will have to go through that qualifiers. But if we have the results, we'll throw the results quickly just to let our viewers see how it ended. We know that Delta and Lagos emerged victorious at the Wheelchair Basketball Championship. That's confirmation for you there, the final game. And for the men, Delta State defeated Imo State 14-5.
Actually, there's a mistake. It's a small mix-up. It was actually in the women's final.
In the women's final.
Yes, there was Delta who defeated Imo State 14-5.
And then Lagos
and in the men's final was Lagos who won a very close fought final, 39-35 over Oyo State. Which
got Lukman Ibrahim excited right there. So that's the correction. Lagos winning for the men and Delta winning for the women. Update from the 2015, the 4th edition of the Victor Oche Wheelchair Basketball Championship. Guys, let's just go on this break. Let you see highlights of our Team Nigeria again. The CHAN qualifiers gaining momentum. Right now, Nigeria defeated Burkina Faso by 2-0. Nasarawa United, Bature Yaro with a goal, and then Gola and Salami came off the bench to score a penalty that excited not just the player from Warri Wolves, but also Coach Sunday Olise. We'll see highlights of that and then we'll come back. These guys love talking about football in Nigeria. We'll do justice to it. We'll come back. Don't go anywhere. Just stay.